Let's just get it over with, shall we? I'm thirsty.
Dear Dad, I'm going to start off with a word you don't like very much. It's one that you've railed against ever since I can remember. But it's one that you can't outrun. Hero. The day I was born, that's what you became. Whether you wanted to or not. You were my hero. And in some ways you always will be. I learned so much from you, man. About loyalty and survival. How to think on my feet. You have no idea what it's like to have you as a father. You're the best dad any kid could ever ask for. That's why it's so hard to do this. To risk everything between us to make you angry at me. Or to make you feel judged. That's not what this is, Dad. I haven't lost faith in you. I can't. You know, one of the strongest memories I have of you is when we came back together after that first horrible rift between us. You remember that, don't you?
If I ticked you off, I didn't mean to.
What ticked me off? You know, son, I never, ever considered myself father material. You know that. And that whole idea of role modeling, boy, that just terrifies me. Fatherhood to me was always a job that too many guys had who had no qualifications for it. I just didn't want to be another one of those guys, you know. I didn't want to perpetuate the misery and all the mistakes. But one thing leads to another. And there you were. And it wasn't a job. You were always good company. You let me do what I do. You do what you do. So if you tell me that I've had something to do with the development of a man who I hold in the highest regard, well, that's a blessing. I may be taller, but you are my hero. You are the role model in this family.
How much longer do you think you can keep that taller thing going?
Oh, leave me a little dignity, will you?
I'm in the unique position to understand exactly what you're going through right now. I know what it feels like to be where you are, to hear the things that have been spoken to you today. I know the rage that it brings. Walls start to close in. You feel like you're going to suffocate. Because you know, with everything inside of you, that you're right. And everyone else here, everyone else in your life who loves you is wrong. I know what that feels like. I'm an addict. I went through it with pills and with booze. It doesn't matter. It's the same disease. And you have it, Dad. Are you hearing me? It's one of the hardest things in the world to accept. And once you do, it isn't any easier getting back and finding a new way to live. I fight with it every single day. And I'm asking you to do the same thing. I'm asking you to fight. The disease has you when you would rather drink alone in an empty casino than spend Christmas with your family. It's got you, man. Wake up, Dad. Are you really this blind? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be selfish here. I'm gonna tell you what I need. Okay? My son just died. I need my father. I need you present. I need your wisdom and your clarity and your strength. Just like when I was a kid and we were underground and we were on the run and you'd come and you'd wake me up at 3 in the morning and you'd say, "Lucky, we gotta go, it's time. They're after us, we have to move now." I don't want a faded, diminished version of you. I want you. I want my dad. I don't want to walk through this nightmare without that man. I don't want to walk through it without my father.
I would do anything for you. I would lay down across the tracks of an oncoming train. Anything. But I will not lie to you. And I will not say something just because you need to hear it. I ran down your son, and I have to live with that fact. You have to live with the fact that I was not drunk. I am not an alcoholic. I do not have a disease. And I don't want to stay here another minute. Are we done here?
Everyone here has expressed what you mean to them. They've expressed their concern and belief that you're an alcoholic, that you have a disease that adversely affects your life and your relationships with everyone in this room. They want you to seek treatment. To make that transition easy as possible, arrangements have been made for you to enter a rehab facility immediately. Lucky, Ethan, and Lulu are prepared to drive you to Shady Brook for inpatient rehab.
want to stick me in a rubber room? You people slay me! No, I will not go to Shady Brook. I will not seek treatment, as I am not an alcoholic.
No one can force you into rehab. It has to be your decision.
You know, Cal, that's the first thing you said today that made any sense. No sale.
All right, but refusal of treatment will bring consequences.
Fine.
Nicholas,
If you don't get help, then my doors are closed to you.
Ouch, that hurts.
Sonny,
Luke, if you don't get help, I can't be there for you at all.
Carly,
If you don't get help, you're not welcome at the Metro Court. No comps, no place to sleep, no free food, and definitely no booze.
Ethan,
Get some help, or there will be no more call-ins together. You're on your own.
Tracy,
Well, if you don't seek treatment, you will be banned from the Haunted Star. You will not have access to its funds. You will not be welcome in my family home. You will not be welcome in my bed.
Lulu,
If you don't accept treatment, there'll be no further contact between us. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you.
Lucky,
If you don't get treatment, you're not welcome in my home or my life. Don't call because I won't answer. Don't knock because I won't come to the door. Get help, or you're on your own.
your children are prepared to take you to rehab right now if you'll agree to go.
I'd like to be let out of this chair, please.
Ethan.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed the creative writing. I can't say that I did. But that's irrelevant, isn't it? Because now you can all pat yourselves on the back and say, well, we tried. You can write me off as the unrepentant bastard who mowed down a 4-year-old.
Dad, if that's what you've got out of this, you completely missed the point.
Well, see, that's the point. There is no point. It's pointless. It's random, it's pointless, and nobody gets out alive. So if you'll excuse me, there's a bottle with my name on it.